Hello everyone, my name is Ashok Kumar and I am a biology teacher. I teach from grade 9 to grade 12. Today I am presenting you the demo lecture on the topic pollination from the chapter Reproduction in Flowering Plant. So what is reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process in which production of offspring or young ones from their parents takes place. Okay, so what is the reproductive part of a plant? You all know very well. The reproductive part of a plant is flower. And what are the parts of the flower? Main parts of the flower, reproductive parts of the flower. It is anther and stigma, androecium and gynoecium. Okay, so how pollen grain transfer from and how pollination takes place? We will discuss about this in this topic. So what is pollination? Pollination. Pollination is transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of same flower or different flower of a same plant. That is transfer of pollen grain from where? From anther to stigma of same flower or different flower of same plant. Okay, so pollination is of two types. One is self-pollination and other is cross-pollination. Okay, self-pollination, self means why itself. Okay, self-pollination is of two types. One is autogamy and second one is heterogamy. Okay, so what is autogamy? Auto means same. So in autogamy, sorry. In autogamy, transfer of pollen grain is produced from anther. So transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of same flower. Okay, it means from this is anther and anther produced pollen grain. When it burst, pollen grain transfer from anther to stigma. Okay, this is stigma. This is the part of female reproductive part. Stigma, it is a receptive part which receive pollen grain from anther. Okay, so transfer of pollen from anther to stigma is known as autogamy. Okay, and heterogamy. What is heterogamy? This is same, but in this transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of different flower of same plant. Understand? What is heterogamy? That is transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of different flower of a same plant. For example, we have one plant in which two flower takes place. So that is transfer of anther from this flower to this flower to stigma. That is transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of different flower of same plant. Understand? So next is cross pollination. What is cross pollination? Cross means transfer from this to this. Cross pollination, also known as xenogamy, or allogamy. This is cross pollination. Okay, so in cross pollination or xenogamy, transfer of pollen grain of a flower of another plant to the stigma of another plant of same species, which means we have two plants, we have two rose plants. For example, we have two rose plants. Okay, so this is anther and this is stigma, anther. So transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of another flower of another plant of same species. These both plants are of same species, which means pollen grain transfer from one plant to another plant of same species. Okay, so cross pollination is depend upon various type of agencies or agents which transfer pollen grain from one flower to another flower of different plant of same species. Okay, for example, एक प्लांट से अगर हमने pollen grain ट्रांसफर करने हैं दूसरे प्लांट को ऑफ सेम स्पीसीज, तो हमें किसकी नीड है? एजेंसीज और एजेंट्स की. वी नीड एजेंट्स or agencies to complete cross pollination. So cross pollination depends upon these agents or agencies. So what are these agents? These are air, water, insects, birds, bats, ants, and snails. So pollination by air is known as anemophily. Anemophily. So the flower which are pollinated by air is known as anemophilous flower. Okay, anemophilous flower. Second one is water. So the pollination by water is known as hydrophily. And the flower is hydrophilous flower. By insects, pollination by insects is known as entomophily. Flower is entomophilous flower, and pollination by birds is known as ornithophily. Pollination by bats is known as chiropterophily. Chiropterophily. Chiropterophily by ants is known as myrmecophily. And by snails also pollinate flowers. So pollination by snails is known as malacophily. Malacophyly. Malacophily. Okay. Understand? For cross pollination, these agencies are very important. If these agents are not available, then cross pollination does not take place. So for cross pollination, we need agents which complete this process. Okay. There is some advantages and disadvantages of self pollination and cross pollination. In self pollination, one advantage. Did you tell me what advantage in self pollination? Any idea? Advantage is there is 100% transfer of pollen grain. Transfer of pollen grain, because there is same flower used in this process. Okay, 100% transfer of pollen grain, also fertilization. Okay, this is the advantage. And one disadvantage is self pollination leads to inbreeding depression. Self pollination leads to inbreeding depression. Okay, in cross pollination, the advantage in cross pollination is, any idea? The advantage in cross pollination is transfer of characters from both the parents. This is very important for evolution. Evolution. Okay, and the disadvantage is it require agents or agencies for completion. So for this, these cross-pollinated flowers have some adaptations. They are adapted according to the environment and according to their agents. Okay, for example, the flowers which are pollinated by wind are light-weighted or feathery stigmas. These kind of adaptations takes place by these flowers. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.